Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to teach you how to simplify algebraic expressions. It's a really important skill to be able to take a big expression like this and write it in a shorter format. It's essential for doing high level problems, so we're going to practice this now. Now just remember, before I start explaining how to do this, there is a link in the description that takes you to this page where you can have a go at 10 questions directly on your phone or your iPad. And you can see how many you get right, and once you've done it, you have mastered that skill. Okay, so let's get into it. How do we simplify this expression? Okay, the idea is we need to collect like terms. So what we're doing is we are adding or taking away terms which are similar in this expression. Well, that's literally what we're doing. We're just adding or taking away the like terms. Okay, so what I mean by like terms, here for example, this is something to do with an x, this term here, and this is something to do with an x as well. So we're going to collect those together, we're going to add those together. So here for example, we've got a positive 6x. Remember, it's positive because there's no symbol written in front, so if it was a minus, it'd be a minus 6x, but it's not, it's just a positive 6x. And we're adding, okay, so remember this plus sign here belongs to this 9x. We're adding 9x. So if you've got 6x's adding 9x's, you've got 15x's altogether. So remember, this is the side, on the right hand side is where you write the working out, okay? And once we're done with those, so we've collected those together to make one thing, that's 15x. We collect anything else that's left. So here, for example, we've got a minus 5, which is an integer, which is a number in general. So we can collect numbers together. So we can collect letters together, we can collect numbers together. And we're adding a 7. Remember, that minus there belongs to this 5 here. So we've got minus 5, and we're adding 7, so that's positive 2. Okay, so this thing on the right is the simplified version of this expression here. Okay, so both of these things here are equivalent. They are actually identical to each other, but the one on the right hand side is the answer, is a simplified version. Okay, so simplified. But by the way, you could also write 2 add 15x because it's just the same, just written backwards. They're both equivalent. Okay, so what we're going to do, actually, let me write it on the answer line. So let me delete that. Let me write it here. Okay, so let's check to see if that's right. Okay, and it is right. So well done, we got it right. Okay, so let's do another one. Okay, so we're going to collect the like terms together. And this one's easy again. So we've got 5a's and adding 9a's, so that's 14a's we've got there. Okay, so they're the a's collected. Okay, and we can collect the b's together. We just need to be careful because this is a negative 6b, so negative 6b, and we're taking away an extra 14b's, so that's going to leave us with minus 20b. Okay, so this here is the answer. This is the simplified version. So basically, this is simplified, this is the original expression, and this expression on the right is just the simplified version of that. Okay, so let's check that. Okay, wait for the conversion. Let's check the answer. Lo and behold, we got it right. Okay, let's do another one. Okay, this one sometimes confuses people because there's lots of x's involved. But when you are simplifying this expression here, this x squared, you got to treat it differently to this x here. Okay, so when you're adding and taking away terms, you got to collect like terms. So this x squared is different from that x. Okay, so you can't add and take away those two here. You can't add and take away those because they're different from one another. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this term here and collect it with this x squared term here. But the thing that confuses people is this here. That is a negative 1x squared, okay? Because there's no number written in front of it, technically you can just put a 1 there, but it's a negative 1x squared. And we're going to add 12x squared to it. So that means, okay, minus 1x squared, add 12x squared, that's 11x squareds. Okay, so we've got 11x squared, so they're done. Okay, let's collect anything else. So here, for example, we've got a 4x, and we're going to take away a 17x. That's minus 13x. Okay, there's your expression simplified. There's nothing else you can do with this. I mean, you could do something called factorizing, but that's something later we're going to do. Okay, so let's check this, wait for the conversion, and lo and behold, we got it right. Okay, we're going to do one more. Okay, this is another one that confuses people here. How do you simplify this expression here? So this 12ab, okay, believe it or not, is similar to this minus 8ba because, okay, remember what it means by AB. It just means A times B, but that's the same as B times A. So you can write it as BA. Those two things are equivalent to each other. AB and BA are actually technically equivalent. So you can collect that with this. So actually you've got 4, so 12AB take away 8BA. Technically you've got 4 ABs, or actually you could write 4 BAs. They're both the same expression, okay? Because remember, in algebra, things next to each other are kind of multiplying each other, so those are multiplying each other, but it doesn't matter if you write 4BA or 4AB, they're both the same. So you've got 4 ABs, and then in the middle here you've got a minus 4C, add a 5C, that leaves us with 1C. Now, by the way, we never really write the 1. Okay, so if we've got 1C, we just write C because there's no point writing the 1. It's just by default, it's already there. Okay, so this is the answer, or you can write 4BA plus C. That's also the right answer. So let's check that. Okay, so there's a conversion, and lo and behold, we got it right. Okay, so they're the 4 examples I wanted you to do. Now, what you should do is go to the description and then click the link. It takes you to this page and you can have a go at 10 questions, and let's see if you get those 10 questions right. So remember, just write directly on the screen. By the way, if you're working on your iPad and you haven't got one of those pens, if you click the arrow button here, there's a little slider that you can pull up, and you can rest your hand on the blue area while you write the answer on the yellow bit there. Okay, so that's for those people that don't have a dedicated iPad pen. Okay, so have a go at those 10 questions and see if you get it right. Don't forget, please, to like and subscribe my channel, because the more you do that, it's going to help me loads, because I'm paying for all of this stuff on my own and I haven't got much money. So if you like and subscribe, guys, it would be great. Thank you very much for watching, everyone.